Yes, here I am in Texas. All right, last we left off, we found and subdued the druid that was causing some issues amongst 10 towns. And now we are currently, I think, on our way back. I think we've done a. I forget if we were waiting. If the next morning we started to leave, because I think the last thing I did was like a kind of nod to one of the faces of the druid. What else is there? We also kind of discussed where to next. I think a lot of talk about going to Theory's place, home tribe,
Yeah.
and I think that's kind of, from my understanding, that was the plan. But I know for sure getting back to God, Caer Konig, I think. Dang, so many names. I have them all somewhere. Caer Konig should be important. Yeah.
We need to get back to Caraconic or we need to get back to Brinshander?
Brinchander, the big one down south. There you are, interactive.
Brinshander is where we left Nines.
Yes, Brinchander. Caer Konig is so far away. Fuck no. Sorry. Sorry, I opened up the map. I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't right. This ain't right.
That
um,
interactive map is so helpful. I'm on, like, every time we play, I have it open.
all right. What's it called? So yeah, you're heading back. Um, where do y'all want to go?
I'm assuming we've taken a long rest.
Yes, 100%.
Cool.
I'll say this is post like first night out, traveling down south. We'll kind of just do a jump skip. Um, I don't think there's anything too pertinent. Quinn, roll me a d12.
I'm scared.
Always.
Scared.
Always be scared.
D12. 4.
The wind seems to have picked up a bit within your travels. Nothing too concerning. Um, the normal ebb and flow, it seems to be this period within your travels is just one of those kind of high waves. Um, and thankfully, nothing of like, not concern, but nothing of notice. There we go. Was seen during your travel towards Timberlane, and yeah, as you get to kind of Timberlane, you start to see um, the kind of rubble within them, kind of trying to get things back to normal. As you pass, like kind of the city square, there's someone kind of standing on some sort of soapbox, yelling about the end times. And there's a handful of people kind of onlooking, and other people kind of scoffing and thinking a loon is on the loose at this time. Um, and yeah, it's just kind of a little unsettling. Nothing too crazy. Would you like to continue to Targos? You'll get halfway, roughly there, I think, if I did my math right.
Before nighttime?
Yeah, before you have to camp out.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Let's get halfway and sleep in the cold.
Let's see. Yeah.
How many hours is it from Tourmaline to Targos?
It's going
By
to
walking?
Give me a second. I need to undo my distance thing. There we go. It's going to take, if this wind persists, it's going to take 4 or 5 hours.
How much would it be riding horse?
That's a dragon. That's a
How much would it be riding a dragon since you threw that out there as an option?
2 hours.
Okay.
Riding horse or dragon?
Dragon / griffin. A construct 1 hour, which who'd have known? I don't. That's cool, I guess.
Alright, someone switch to.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, it'll shave off an hour for sure. Which this.
How long does wild shape last?
There's really it's like typically an hour, but there's specific rulings for it. It's annoying to keep track of.
Where's Kilgore? Just kidding.
You're right. I mean, I never kept
Wild
up. We were-
shape duration is based on half the druid's level rounded down. So it'd be 2 hours.
Perfect.
So I can wild shape twice and we can get there just after dark.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do that. Steel can ride his steed.
My steely steed.
Steel seed. Can I? What do I do, sir?
Ah, damn it.
Run fast.
Come on, Tim. Pulls Tim up on the back of the horse.
Oh.
Mimi is pretty small, so I can fit on what's her name?
Who?
Winfrey.
Winry. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Winry.
I don't know why I'm stuck with Winfrey, because like I just keep thinking Oprah Winfrey. But yeah, we get to Targos, so we can have, hopefully a semi-decent place to stay.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it there. Zach, roll me 2 d12s.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 2.
Is that a total?
Yes, that's a total.
Okay. The wind calms down. The night grows cold. You persevere through. A little bit of chill kind of comes to the bone, but no one's harmed. Just a little bit more freezing than usual.
Is that just during the ride and then we get there, or is that for part of it?
Oh, for the whole ride.
Okay. Then when we get in the city, I will wild shape back, and then I can do like a produce flame, and we can huddle.
Oh, you can make it to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we get in the city,
Okay.
and then like I can hold a bit of a flame around between us, so we can warm up a little bit.
All right. You find some like kind of buildings that seem to have not been kind of touched due to either people aren't prioritizing or the residents aren't there anymore, for lack of a better term. And hold on, let me send y'all to this map of this place. This is Targos. Targos. There we go. This is nice, but think of it as less nice. That southeast wall to northwest is completely destroyed. The ice, you see, like within the lake, broken boats refrozen into the ice, kind of keel up. And yeah, you're just kind of it's crashing down tonight. Anything in particular that you all need for your travels? Because once we get to Bryn Shander, there will be, new things. Probably the most population. But is there anything you want to look here within Targos?
Real fast, when we come into Targos, do they still look like they're kind of pissed off at us? Because I remember we didn't leave. We weren't exactly on the best of terms when we left.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a little bit of favor, but not like, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
We just made them apathetic towards us.
I think everybody, if you so wish to, can roll me a. Gosh, I keep wanting to call it a vibe check.
Insight.
Thank you, insight.
Insight, vibe, same.
Yeah.
I will do a vibe check.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Oh, nice.
There is a lot more things to you, Rod, from what you can tell. That you can tell that are just, they're too busy to worry about hate currently. They are on the force to survive at this point. Feelings can come and go, but right now survival is their primary thing. Every now and then you'll see one kind of look, but then just like a million things in their heads before they can kind of like even worry about blaming someone. If there's, like whatever kind of disinformation that their leaders might have said here and there. But yeah. Not worse for sure. A little bit
What's
time.
the moon phase?
Moon?
Sorry to interrupt. I
No
thought you were
worries.
done and then
I kept
you
talking.
started.
Yeah, no worries. I tend to do that. Whatever disinformation that was set is not currently in motion. People who are talkers are not going to be workers at this time. They can whisper things to the person next to them, but if they're not hauling lumber or getting things back together, they're more useless than the people that they potentially hate. I'm not saying everyone's hating you. I'm just saying things need to be fixed before they can have the luxury of other emotions or deeds or things like that. Moon phase. Waning gibbous.
So as we come into town,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I'm first going to make sure that the party is straight. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just declaring this for once we're done doing party things. But I'm gonna look at Tim and go, now Squire, have you ever heard of sleep deprivation training?
What?
4 hours, 4 hours of sleep. That's all a soldier needs for 4 situations.
What
Come on.
if I'm training? Should I just like go down like 30 minutes or an hour at a time, and then I can get there, or is this just all at
Nope.
once?
Nope. We're gonna go. We're gonna work on. We're gonna work on some of that endurance right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take Tim,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to find a group of workers who seem to be working through the night, and start pitching in and helping.
Gotcha. Roll me strength or charisma, whichever you'd prefer. Either kind of like assisting in the kind of the making or the assistance in the spirits with this assistance. Either one kind of works for me.
All right. Darn, because whilst I am doing this for the attitudes, I don't know if Rod would actually see it as that. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do strength.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, no, you assist them. The ease that they can feel and the actual visualization of someone from out of town too assisting, kind of unheard of. You know, the 10 towns are kind of tribal in that way, but it feels, you know, that otherness, that faint, that fake idea of what you or another person is being destroyed in front of them with your assistance and help and all that is definitely kind of changing the minds of the people that you've assisted today. You also see Tim kind of not the worst assistance, but very much like learning how to properly do stuff, getting splinters in his hand for the first time. He like comes up to you and goes, "What? This tree stabbed me."
Better a tree than a demon.
It's just absolutely. I knew that the page is cut, but I did not know the actual stalk of it. Just, fights back too.
After about an hour or so of this,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rod will have figured out kind of who's helping direct traffic, so to speak.
Yes.
And he's gonna send Tim over to that person to help out with some of the administrative tasks. You did a good job on the physical stuff, but let's play to some of your strengths for the last bit of this. And Rod's gonna go back to physical stuff and let Tim do some of the administrative stuff to help out.
Gotcha. Yeah. You see Tim is just kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, and you see that already his kind of hands are kind of ruined, like the redness. Nothing's completely torn, but like you see a little bit of just overworking and just like the joints are of his hands just kind of, well, they look much more rough. Putting someone baby soft hands to work and they're just immediately just like, this hurts. Everything hurts. What's going on?
And I'll give him 1 point of lay on hands before I send him.
Do you think Tim would know that you're doing this, or does he just kind of like feel that the attaboy like slap on the back is just kind of invigorating in itself?
Um, for right now, yes, Rod is hiding his intention in what he's doing with the slap.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
It's one of those we still gotta put on the gruff appearance, but
Mm-hmm.
once Tim goes for once Tim figures out how to gain a level, then we can start talking about some of the other mysteries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else? This has been stated that like this is kind of if after post party thing. Anything else? Does anybody want to do anything with the party currently at stand? Is there anything you guys wish to discuss? Is everything still a mystery?
Well, I think we'll get into town and Zach will see Rod and Tiny Tim get to work, and Zach will look at Mimu and say, "Well, Harry, I guess we better get to work ourselves." And she'll try to find someone official and be like, "Do you have any food stores that you're worried about?"
Roll me an insight check.
20.
20?
Yep.
Nice. You see that this individual, she's kind of like has a bunch of like loose notes in her pocket. Food storage, yeah. And you see that her kind of hands start kind of like moving, like fingers kind of go back and forth, and then just kind of like looks around, and then just yes. A lot of it is kind of destroyed. But if you head towards and kind of points you to the north side towards the kind of like the how like the main, I guess, like townhouse. Like next to that, there's the food storages. It's going to be the crumpled building. Um, we've managed to put some stuff aside, put it on a more clean ice, and yeah, a lot of it is just underneath a bunch of rubble and kind of this decrepit magic, which I don't know what it'll do to a person, but yes, that's what we have. We don't have much.
I can help. What is it called?
Like something about food.
Yeah, it's
Purify food and drink.
yes. So I can help purify
um,
food so it lasts longer.
she just her eyes kind of like light up, and she kind of ruffles through her pockets and grabs a note that says, maybe get somebody, find a cleric or something that knows how to purify this. And she kind of like crumples it up and puts it into a different pocket. Okay, that would be absolutely. And you see that like even though it's just like a lot of stress, just like a bit of it just kind of falls out, and just the manicness kind of gets a little bit more going, and just like, okay, we did one thing, now we can do another thing. And so like, yes, that would be absolutely wonderful. You head that way, and you'll see Jeffers, and Jeffers will kind of show you where things are at. Say that Patty Lynn has sent you.
Will do. And I'll tap her on the shoulder and say, "Take care of yourself," and I'll cast guidance on her. Just give her a little something.
And she goes kind of like, one thing at a time. I can't even think about what's after that. Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll go and do that. I can cast it ritually, so
And sit down and do that bunch. Mimiu, are you up to anything? Good or bad?
And why would I be bad?
Cobalt.
Whoa.
racist.
No, funny little guy. Funny little guy. No.
The food, the fence. Was Rod working on the fence? I didn't quite hear that.
Anywhere there was construction, currently the fence is important. The area that Rod was at was more of a former residential area. Trying to get things kind of like out of the way and posted up. But there are other people like at the fence currently.
I can try to help with that.
Okay.
Not sure how good I would be there, but
Hey, you don't know until you try.
I hate that the tree partner.
Right. Tips cowboy hat and Texan.
Tips cowboy hat and Texan.
Isn't that just flicking the brim before you fall into your sheep?
Yeah. Into my cow patty.
Ew.
I think it looks like this. Okay.
Just to recap for Winry, we headed over to Argos right as evening hit. So
It is currently nighttime in Targos, or the evening.
we've decided now is the time to be productive.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
Yes, we're helping the town, thus distracting the people for your inevitable B&E spree.
Yeah. Winry,
By
you.
the way, you're muted if you're trying to talk crap
Yeah.
to us.
Winry, you see a house. People might be living there. You don't know, but the doors are jarred.
I don't appreciate that. I feel like the universe is like trying to push me that way. Like I did it one time, all right. I feel like it's defining everything.
And now it's your thing.
You do something one time.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like a lot of assumptions are being thrown around by the DM.
Look, quirks and flaws are fundamental to making a character actually unique. All right, so
For nines,
But-
it's gathering everybody and make a posse. For you, it's B&Es.
I think it's very funny. All right, fine.
but I do appreciate the personal growth after you avoided all the federal agents that Zach sent after you to keep you from
Mhm.
listening.
I made it. All right, I'm here. I'm here and they're not. That's what's important.
Very true.
Yeah, it's crazy. JJ
By the
was.
way, you're also saying that you're finding it resentful and like your "I'll be there in a second" gif was the doctor breaking into a place by climbing through the window.
I couldn't find a gif of like a college student sneaking into the lecture late, so that's what I went with. Just like sitting down, like I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about? My alarm didn't not go off, and
Yeah, I guess in 10 Things I Hate About You, it's she's sneaking in. No, she's sneaking out.
Yeah, just play that GIF in reverse, you know?
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll just help out with what everybody else is doing.
I'll just do that thing, and definitely not a B&E. Yeah.
Also, also hold on. Technically speaking, if the door is wide open, it's just entering. There's no leaving. So just
And you know what?
throwing that out there.
That's on me, okay? That is on me.
That's why. That's
Respectfully
why. Like,
correct.
I'll turn
The best
away.
kind of correct.
Yeah.
Legally correct.
Your
Feds
Honor.
are listening, just so you know.
Yeah, you're here. We know.
Your Honor, I may just be a simple country lawyer,
But the
but
door
if the
was
door's
wide
if the door is
open.
open, all right, that is just entry. There was no breaking involved.
You must acquit.
Yeah, that's like saying, can you break into a dragon's lair? No, they live in caves. They don't have doors. All right.
And besides, that is a squatter if I've ever seen one.
We've officially
don't
lost
take
the
hi-
plot.
And we don't take
Yeah.
kindly to those types around these here parts.
Mm-mm. Spittoon.
Sorry. So Winry,
The rest of the section just turns into this.
We are just country lawyers. Just
so
as
is Winry helping the town, or is Winry going to bed, or what's Winry doing now that we've gotten back to Torstog?
It sounds like
you mean
guys
rat
are-
sog? No, just kidding.
It sounds like there is some sort of Tom Sawyerness going on with the fence, so I guess I will assist in. I don't know. It sounds like a fence is important for a town. I'll help them with that.
Okay. Roll me some dice. Give me either a strength or a charisma.
I'm gonna say, don't you have like one of the druid grow a magic hedge spell?
There's a lot of assumptions being thrown out there today.
At least this
Something
one was actually based
happened.
on your character, like your class.
Grow a hedge, bro.
Grow
So like,
bro.
after assuming all kobolds steal.
Oh, you were there for that?
Ew.
Fuck, I didn't even have streamer mode on. I don't know when people come in.
That's exactly when I like stepped into the room. It's like sneaking in late, and the professor is on some like racist rant. You're just like, oh,
I wish I
okay.
was class today.
Fully pull out my phone to record. You know. No, I do not have cast hedge prepared today. If we want the fence burnt down, very easily.
That's an idea.
Some might say that's an idea, and they'd be right.
I just don't think it'd be a very good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, do you have any magic that would assist in any way? Or would you like to roll? Currently, it's like the end of the day kind of thing. Just helping out.
Yeah. I'll just roll charisma. I'm charismatic. Says. Yeah, that is just a straight charisma roll. That'd be 17.
Nice. You coming in from a handful, maybe like one or two of them kind of know you were I don't know if envoy is the right word, but the person that was like kind of like the right hand person at a time for a little bit to the speaker of Lonely Woods. So, as I said prior, I will say to you, watching a stranger, a foreigner, bunny ears, shatter a perceived notion is really messing with their head and actually seeing what's actually going on and what's been going on. But yeah. And Quinn was helping with the fence as well. Mimu. Oh bother. Where did that Quinn go?
Oh, what?
You went to the fence as well, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Fire spell, fire spell, fire spell.
That's my
Ugh.
plan. Weirdly enough. I like to pick the worst spells ever. Actually,
Isn't that just not in Ravenloft? No, just kidding.
if we're rebuilding it, can we cast reduce on like a lot of the workload to make it easier to move around?
Yeah, you could cast reduce and then dispel it to kind of like you put something in the ground and or into a because that'll stop the weight, not stop the weight, but reduce the weight as well until the spell's
Yep.
dispelled. The spell's dispelled. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, you do that. You use magic. I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. It just works. People.
Just works.
It just fucking works. Magic, it just fucking
You hear
works.
that shit, everyone? That's how you do it. I'm not gonna roll for that shit. It just works.
Kids are amazed. Did you have any kind of magician imagery you wanted to kind of put into this? Yeah, turn on the afterburners.
It's gonna make me think now.
Yeah, I know. I make you roll dice and think.
I didn't come here to do that.
It's a pretty complicated math game.
Yeah, that's also something I'm bad at.
Where the fudge? Oh, is it on my head? No. Oh, I think it's in the car. I should be wearing my glasses. Because I bought them with my money. No imagery, Quinn, or you need a moment.
No, not right now. I think with the vibe with them, we're kind of on thin ice, almost literally speaking, with that lake over there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to be too showmansy.
Gotcha.
Just show them our good graces that we are trying to help out.
Right. Okay. Sounds golden. All right. I'm going to take a note of all that. That is all good and very well. Anything else before you wrap the day? Another wonderful day in Targos. Assisting.
What does Targo sacrifice?
Double check. It's in lore. Right here. Targos. Humanoids.
Okay. When we get back together, I will say we might want to make quick work of tomorrow leaving here before the night of sacrifice.
I will tell you, you have 26 days until the next night of sacrifice.
Okay, so we don't have to make quick work of it.
Yes, you...
Did I read the map backwards?
What do you mean?
I might have.
The moon? It's a waning, it's not a
phases.
waxing. It's not a
You
wax.
said it was... What did I just Google?
Maybe I'm thinking
Oh,
of
you
it.
gave me waning gibbous.
Yes. Because waxing gibbous is when it's like close to the full moon.
I did read it backwards.
I took a class in college. I paid money for this info.
Man, I took a whole astronomy course in college and don't remember shit.
No, I love that shit. I
did, but it was also a million years ago, so just aging myself here.
Well, I'm sorry. What am I doing? Okay, I'm playing games.
We are going down for the night.
All right. Yeah. Night passes. Things are being set up again. You wake up. Nobody dies in their sleep. Snaps to that.
Yay!
Tim? Steel. Rod.
Yes.
Damn it. Rod, can you roll me just a flat d20? Technically, it's the Constitution save for Tim. This is
Is he alive?
He's alive.
No, just to see if he takes a level of exhaustion.
There you go.
He does not.
Good on. All right, yeah. Tim, fine, a-okay. Just like, wow, I guess maybe I was just lazy. I don't know. Maybe I just subsided to a very relaxing days and huh, okay. My 4 hours is all I need. All right.
Well, just to warn you, okay, this is not something that you can sustain for ever. Unless the horrors give you insomnia, and then at which point you just kind of learn to deal with it. Says the player, not speaking from personal experience, except for the horror bit. The army getting insomnia. But there are certain situations in which you can go for a while with less than what you think that you need, and it's important to start learning about that stuff in training, so when it comes time for action, you're not trying it for the first time.
Okay. Ah, that's more training. Okay. Yeah. All right. No, I didn't think I was gonna do it, and you pushing me is different than the pushing that was given to me by the kind of aristocrats. So this is a lot of new feelings. That's all I got. That's all I gotta say.
Well, the bright side about this new line of work for you, Tim, all right, is as long as you are doing something to help somebody, or you are trying to kill something that's trying to kill you, you know you're doing the right thing.
All right then.
Aristocrats, you never know you're doing the right thing because they always have all these weird rules and everything like that.
Yes, and I memorized most of them. It was very litigious work. When you yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody roll me a perception check. The DC is 21.
What the hell?
Hell yeah.
Perception?
+0.
Oh, with my +8, I got a 13.
Ah, so close. Wait, do I have
I got a
inspiration?
rock.
A rock.
I rolled 16 +4. I got 20. But I got inspo. I'll do that. Sure. So what would the average? That'd be 22, I think.
Yeah, 1 point of inspiration for 2 points.
Yeah.
Right, because you can. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Winry. You see a very kind of like pencil-thin man, running in a hurry with a satchel on, looking around for something. Not sure what it is, though.
This is like coming towards the village, or is this...
He's kind of like already entered the village, and he's just kind of like looking around, head swiveling, like kind of dipping in between kind of like rows of buildings, and kind of like starts running past y'all. Looks at every single one of y'all. Nope. Keeps running.
Okay. I mean, I'll point that out to everybody else, but like, what's like the vibe? Like, is he
Urgent.
like
Panic.
okay? Yeah, I as a player don't know enough about what's going on today, but when Ray points that out to everybody, I don't know, maybe that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
That looks important.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? I do, but no. Who else knows?
Can I still see the running person?
Yeah. They're still in your line of sight.
I cast hold person.
I need a roll. Charisma?
Oh, we were stopping, huh?
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do? 1d20.
What you gonna do?
Wisdom save.
$16.
Damn it.
Yep, he's kind of slippery.
Oh,
Some-
are we stopping him? Here, I'll cast it too.
I don't know. As a person who's running, you said that you said that's what we're looking for.
15. Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
for me. Oh,
from what I'm reading. It's a spell save DC 15.
yeah, but I think you beat it too, right?
Well, I rolled a 16. He has a -1, so it's 15 now. Yeah.
How far away is he?
How far?
Yeah.
30 feet now.
I will mind link him and say, "Excuse me, are you looking for something?"
It looks. His eyes still darting around, trying to look.
You're looking suspicious. You better tell me.
Is this the devil? Is
Is he like holding his head as he's still trying to look around?
He's not. He's kind of like his neck gets kind of closer to his shoulders, and he kind of looks around. He starts a little squatter, kind of like, but he's not like trying to hide. He just kind of like because he feels like he's more perceived, but and more intentional. Even though these spells, even though he stopped them, he's because his mind is elsewhere, and he's just kind of like panically just slippery at this time. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
I'll tell the group. He's squirrely right now, so maybe walk up to him and introduce ourselves. If we're good with that.
Sure.
Alright, we'll walk up.
Hi there, I am Tim the Squire. Or oh wait, what am I actually? Am I just a? Am I a squire? Or a soldier?
I think that's up to figuring out yet. And I'll look back at the squirrely guy and be like, "Hello, are you okay?"
Oh, yes. I'm in a bit of a rush, and the devil's after me.
No, that was me. was me. Don't worry.
You're the devil.
No, not the devil. I was the
What
one
do you
talking
mean the
to
devil's after you?
Well, somebody was talking about mine and saying something along the lines of like, "I see you. What are you doing? You look
Yeah.
suspicious."
You do look suspicious right now.
I'm
So how
just.
about you calm down and talk to us?
Hi. Well, are you in charge here?
I can be.
Fantastic. I'd forget. And Adrian goes through his notes real quick. Da, 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 da. Oh. Oh wait, there it is. Yes, I'm looking for the speaker, Nerith Maxdilinar.
And what do you need with her?
Well, this important message, from Caer Konig.
All right. And I'll look around and see if I see the speaker.
You don't. And in fact, you haven't seen the speaker all day, all night last night.
I'll look to the others. Have you seen the speaker, actually? I haven't seen her for a while.
Nope.
I
It
don't
appears
believe
we have.
so.
It appears we have a mystery. Let's go. Let's go find her. And that is what we do.
All right.
Go looking.
How long? What's
Do
your?
we want to? Well, here I'm gonna take the bait. I'll ask the guy what the message is that he's got to deliver.
Oh, speaker's eyes. I can't. I thought I was gonna give it to your veiled friend until I realized. Oh yeah, the speaker, not just anyone in charge. The speaker needs to see this. Almost said that. Okay, well, I'm gonna. It's just like fingers across the lips, just like a zipper.
If you mind, we're working to help you find the speaker.
Um.
I'll try to. I'm gonna try to get out of them though, just I'll just be like, well, if it's as important as something with like the dragon or times a factor, maybe
Oh,
we
what
can
I
help
mean,
you get the message to her quicker.
the dragon's dead.
Well, just you seem like time is of the essence.
Well, preparation is needed for sure. That's all I can say. You you need to stop. Stop talking to me.
Whoa.
Why do you think a devil's after you?
Because I spoke to him in his mind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wish Nines was here right now.
Right. Zach will look around and see if she sees anyone that is like an associate with a speaker that would know where they're at.
You see a third in command. Back at the hall. This speaker was like your greatest enemy. To the argument for jailing you.
Yeah.
And you see like when they're kind of leaving, and one of their kind of posse members is kind of in the near the shore.
Are they suspicious?
No, they're just kind of looking out over the lake.
Well, let's go get this headache out of the way. And I'll lead over to him and ask, we're looking for the speaker. There's a message to be delivered. Where can we find them?
Well, they should be back soon. They went out looking for stuff. Yeah, sorry, need to know basis, and I need them to come back because currently we need a leader.
Well, then where's the second in command?
Wentworth. I'm the next in command.
Well, then it sounds like you're acting speaker until you find what happened to the other one.
I'll look at the messenger and say, "Is that good enough?"
Yeah, it's good enough for me actually, and just kind of like hands it like kind of like very play, and then just kind of runs off towards Bremen.
I'll look back at the third in command and kind of wait to see how he responds.
Well, shit. Grabs out a knife, a letter opener, and just kind of plucks it out, unfolds it. Fuck. Wraps it up, puts it up. We need to find the speaker now. This is not good.
Anything we can help with?
You know what? Yes. You see, the speaker went out to find some sort of map, some legendary thing. Supposed to have one of the old rulers of Brinchander left it behind in Targos. Now, we are in dire straits, and we need the upper hand in trade. So, they went out to go find it. So they went, quote-unquote, fishing. But, least they can do is bring back food. And hopefully the map. But yeah. I don't want disposition. Don't want disposition. If you can, find them.
Go out and find them. Gotcha. Everyone got their winter boots on. Fantastic.
Which direction did that go?
And points towards the larger portion of the lake. Down that way.
This lake that's in the bounds or out of the bounds?
Oh god.
It's like the crunchy ice. Like currently, like the ice is very solid, but you go further out towards the exit, which is the gate. You'll find some more ice, and you can like get a boat and just kind of like break apart with like a stick, or like if you hit it hard enough and just kind of crack your way through. But yeah, that's what you got. Take a boat. No one else is going to go out there. Too busy here at home.
How many boats can we borrow?
Listen, just take 2. If you take any more, that guy, the speaker is not gonna. She's not gonna be happy about that. But hey,
What do you guys think?
like I said, I'm the next in command.
Yeesh.
How many people can fit in a boat comfortably?
4.
Oh, okay. We got plenty of room.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we? I'm sorry because
No, you're good. Questioned by authorities.
Are we taking boats and breaking ice because that's the only way to go, or because we're scared that if we walk on the ice, it's gonna break?
Yeah, that one. So you can still walk on it. It's just up to you.
Look, like, so do we want to do the whole ice breaking thing? Because that can get tiring. Or my horse walk in front of us, and as long as the horse is okay, we'll be okay.
That is a good rule of law to go by. If the horse is okay, we're okay.
Says the guy that hates horses.
I do. We're acting. We're pretending. Believe the horse can't kick my head
in. Get it together. You're an actor.
I mean, I do think walking over it would save a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
I guess I mean if we're fine with doing that, then what do we think?
I'm fine
think
with
we'd be all right if you all need. I actually can make it so we can breathe underwater, but I can also just do that in an emergency.
I'm not so worried about the breathing underwater as much as I am the freezing underwater. But
yeah.
Well, at least this way it would give you time to freeze. It's kind of a little bit of a.
Uh-oh, someone's lost the plot.
No, that seems on brand. Like, that is the plot.
Yeah.
All right. So order of march will be my horse, myself. We'll toss Tim in the back. Because I can communicate telepathically with my horse up to a mile. I am going to send it out ahead by like 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to use all of its horse sense to pick its way on a good path.
Gotcha. It is not just there to just walk forward and that's it. It is actively like clop clop, like testing it and then going forward a little, clop clop, testing forward, moving a bit.
Yes.
Clop clop.
Clop clop.
It's a smart ass horse.
I mean, if your boss was making you like clear a path on fucking thin ice, I think I'd have an attitude too.
I'm celestial.
You're on thin ice. Literally.
Actually, I lied. Rod is smarter than the horse by 1 point of intelligence.
Wow.
The horse is a 6 and Rod is a 7.
The pecking order. All right. Roll me.
No.
Roll me 2 d20s. Just them by themselves.
19.
Yes.
7 and 12.
Your horse kind of moves forward. You're at this about a couple minutes. The general direction, you start to see and notice a kind of a path of like these ice chunks that kind of re-solidified, but they're not like kind of flat like the rest of the lake. So you found a path within where a boat has gone for sure. Do you wish to follow this?
Yes.
Hey, I found a path. Do we want to follow it?
Sounds about right. Let's go.
All right, somebody smarter than Rod and the horse said yes. So
All right. Yeah, packing. Got it. Move forward. The horse feels a crack. Roll me a dex save for the horse.
so that's a +1.
Can the horse feel pain?
Is that a real question?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is like a spectral horse or.
No, like
Seems
so it's
very real.
it is a real ass horse, and it rolled a 14 for its dex save.
You see
Probably wants to eat and drink and
poop. The horse kind of clambers, kind of stepping away from the cracking ice. In doing so, kind of breaks more ice behind it. As it moves backwards away, it kind of turns and kind of gets away from all the cracking and everything it sounds like, all the noise just happening, and stops when it feels like it's kind of rested or has ceased to kind of cause any more noise. You have this kind of broken chunks starting to kind of float about, and you
Oh,
see
come on.
what?
yeah, not
what
cool,
I posted
bro.
in chat.
Yeah.
What I posted in chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
I thought it was like broken chunks. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? I haven't even gotten to the part yet. And the a little bit of cold kind of has the front left hoof of your steed. It can still go on. It just a little numb. Oh.
Let's see. So that would be a 7. My horse doesn't. His wisdom's kicking in. He's not liking this.
Gotcha. What is this? Sorry, can you tell me about these rolls?
Sorry. So I clicked it twice. I did a wisdom roll for my horse.
Uh-huh.
Because I was trying, because you're like, you can go on, but like, this happened. So,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I like to let the dice decide.
Okay.
They are paid actors.
Thank you. Okay, okay. I didn't know. I was confused. I thought there was some like text of like, and if the horse is damaged, this thing happens. And I'm like, oh no.
No. So that was a 7 wisdom wisdom roll for the horse. So, I'm interpreting that as actually no, that would be the horse doesn't have enough sense. So yeah, it's numb, but it keeps going.
Okay. Sounds good.
But we will say that there's a little more panic to it.
Fair enough. Okay. You continue down this path. The weather around you starts to get worse. The chill starts to bite a little. The horse still moves, but still knows that at any point the fear of falling in will consume them at any point. Yes. I want everyone to roll me perception checks, including the horse, including Tim. 15.
Hit tonight.
Rod got a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Tim got a 13. And perception is a wisdom stat, so the horse got a 17.
You and the horse hear an echo far, far away of cracking ice. Mimyu. With your 23. You hear a small voice screaming for help. Almost, yeah, it's almost kind of indistinguishable due to the fact of crashing ice and water kind of are bouncing off, rolling or echoing through the kind of like through this area.
I'll let them know. Someone's in danger. We gotta hurry. How do you hurry carefully on ice? In the which direction?
North.
North. Okay. I'm gonna point northward. Say I hear someone's in danger.
Well, let's go to it.
Hang on just a second. Let's call this. I'm gonna call this now DC. What would you say an appropriate DC for the horse being frightened is?
13.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
That's my girl. All right, horse is not frightened.
Giddy up.
Giddy up, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
We will proceed towards the sound of the voice, as indicated by Mimiu.
Trying to. What the hell? Is he almost there? All right. Who's leading this? How fast are you going? And yeah.
I think
What
Rod
precautions
said
are being
the
taken?
horse was leading.
The horse leading.
Zach will say like everyone needs to like spread out so we're not like in a straight line behind each other. But we'll try to like spread out a bit so that way we're not putting too much pressure on any one area.
Well, no, we would want to stay in a straight line. That's the whole point of the horse leading, is we are following the horse's footsteps because we know that's safe. Like, we can spread out lengthwise and increase the distance between us, but I wouldn't get in I wouldn't fan out because that defeats the purpose of having the horse make sure that the ice is solid. But I would say a good 5 10 meters between each of us should be enough to be safe.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Mm-hmm.
considering the horse is resoundingly not frightened, and the person alerted to potential cries for help, I think the horse will pick up its pace a little bit. So not it's not going as cautious, but it's not like gal. What would that be? A canter?
Mm-hmm.
Trot.
Yeah, it's moved to it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like trot might be a little too fast, but
The extent of my terminology for moving horse.
All right. Sounds good. How do I want to roll this? I think this is how I want to do. I want you to roll me 2d12s. This is what we're gonna do. If the this sounds so crazy. This is going to indicate kind of. I want this for just the horse. So Rod. 2d12s. One of your d12s is going to be the thickness of the ice, and the other is going to be like the pressure as you move forward.
all right. So I want high, low.
Yeah, you want your thickness. You want the thickness high, and the pressure low.
Oh wow.
This is not the
It's
worst.
equal, though.
Yes,
You know, it's equal.
because if it's equal, you feel that cinematic moment of just like crack, and you can kind of like step back. I want the horse DC 10 dexterity save. Here's how it'll go. The more pressure and the crack is just going to higher the DC up and down. So like the difference between them. The horse is fine.
19 for my save.
All right, yeah. You move closer with a what's it called? The horse kind of breaks the ice, finds a different spot, spot, kind of moves around it, moves forward. The rest of you in the party are starting to hear the yelps and the splashing of someone as you guys get closer. Rod, once more, I need you to roll me 2d12s. Thickness,
11
yes.
and 2.
You are golden. And moving forward, you feel the vibrations, and it's not like cracks, but like a deep, like rolling into the actual water is where it is happening from the sounds of the footsteps. You see the two men, or you see one man just flailing about. I want you to roll one more time to get to them. That's going to be a DC 16 with the difference. The horse crashes into the water. Who's behind Artex? Rodis. Roll me I'm going to drop the DC as you kind of see this kind of happening. A DC 14.
Dex save for me?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Okay, who's behind you?
Oh fuck.
This is DC 12.
Here, I guess I'll be. What do you need, Dex? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Check or save? Save, right?
Safe, yeah.
11. Oh wait, what is it? 12 though?
Yeah.
I got inspo. I'll
Burn it.
yeah, fuck it. I don't want to get wet.
All right,
I
you've.
guess that'd be 13.
I didn't know Winry was asexual.
That took me a little bit. You've stopped the kind of like cascading of like one thing crashing and breaking the next thing and crashing and breaking the next thing, and the people behind you are fine. But now you have 2 party members in the cold. You guys are close to the other people as well, or the other person as well. Yeah. What do y'all do?
How much? How? So you said I'm close to the me and the horse are close to the other people.
Yeah, like you got up to him, and then you guys kind of cracked the ice and fell in as well, kind of thing. So you guys are kind of in this kind of kind of pool area of broken ice and splashing around.
I will grab one, and the horse will grab. I'll tell the horse to grab the collar of one of them, and I'll grab the other one, and we'll drag them back towards the solid ice.
Okay.
Zach will loosely tie the rope around her waist so there's room, and then throw the rope towards Rod, and then she will turn into a polar bear. So the rope will be around the polar bear's waist.
I'll grab the rope. I'll tie it around the one with the horse. Actually, no. I'm gonna tie it around. I'm gonna secure the end to the horse's pommel, and then help the other two like grip the rope, and Rod will swim alongside for right now.
Okay.
That way, there's less. There's less the poor polar bear has to move.
All right. I want for all this to kind of go on. I want strength from the polar bear. I want you kind of athletics or dexterity or acrobatics, something like you just kind of quickly tying versus you kind of like just kind of roughing it. Either one kind of works because you're just doing a lot, so it's hard for me to just kind of like say pinpoint what.
Yeah, I'll do athletics.
All right.
And what did
25.
Do you want me to do something or
Strength, yes. Because you're gonna like pull them right with your polar bear strength.
I was planning on just like kind of anchoring with like the weight. Strength is a +5. 18.
Guidance.
20.
Beautiful. This works out very well. You're able to pull out the person kind of flailing about. And you see that he starts coughing up a bunch of water, and he goes, "The speaker, the speaker is drowning. He's down there."
Is he pointing like under the water?
Yes.
Rod dives into the water.
Yeah,
The
Winry does.
polar bear dives into the water?
I'm already in the water, and you
The
still have the
polar
rope
bear
tied.
is like made for this.
Yeah, but now aren't you like tied to a bunch of people? Are you gonna start dragging people down? Now?
Oh, fair. Alright, the polar bear won't go in yet.
Winry, who prepared water breathing for this exact scenario, is already in the water, swimming down. I just need to get within 30 feet of the speaker. So, Adrian, as soon as I see figures in the water, I can cast it on up to 10 creatures I can see.
Yeah, roll me the water has like kind of tiny bits of like ice chunks floating around, and you see a floating figure. Go ahead.
Real fast. Because, and I hate being that guy. Water breathing has a verbal component.
Yeah, but you can when you dive in, I think raw, you have enough air to cast one spell.
Okay.
And you don't have to actually like be able to phonate the air. It's just you forming the words. I looked, or in Ghost of Saltmarsh, I looked into casting underwater.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah, but no, fair enough on you too. Winry this is actually more her bread and butter, trying to rescue someone who went overboard. So
You see that give me 1 second, I need to ask. You going to bed? You should though. I know you don't have school, but you should go to bed soon. All right, good night.
I can just imagine through all of this, Mimeo is like holding on to Polar Bear Zach's leg and like pulling, like, we got you, we got you.
We're trying our hardest.
All right. Let's see. Oh.
I'm gonna say, you know who is holding on to Polar Bear Zach? Rod, because he is a little chilly.
I thought you were
Since
an orc.
Just
making a
full
lot
of
of
racism tonight.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, because he said he was a little chilly.
Yeah, but then he said, I thought you were an orc. What's that got to do with anything?
Because I thought that's what he was. Why?
It's like I'm
Right
already
now, Rod
playing
is a
with
frozen
Libya.
jalapeno on a steak.
You see a figure in the water. What do, Winry?
Are they thrashing about, or are they like still?
Kind of still.
That's not good. I'm gonna swim up to the figure and see if they're responsive.
Yeah.
Because all I need is some kind of look like they're kicking about, and I'm casting water breathing.
Gotcha. You kind of get to them, and you turn them about, and you see kind of on their neck these cuts, and the hair doesn't look like hair, and they're holding a spear. Oh, those aren't legs. That's a tail, and this person stabs you.
Beautiful.
They can attempt to.
Yeah, true that.
And I think I'm gonna give you disadvantage on that.
Just for that bullshit. Disadvantage.
That'll be fucking helpful. Shit.
All right, 2d20. I'll take the lowest, whatever that math is. That's gonna be 11.
Nope.
All right. An attempt was made. Goes right past your the opening of like your cloak or whatever you have on, and yeah, you and this thing roll initiative.
Oh boy. A mighty 8.
A mighty 8. Let me roll mine.
Oh, do you want me like in Tornado? Or...
No. It's
Okay.
it'll just be me and you until if you involve everyone else. I mean, all right, a mighty 12. Everyone will get to kind of do their own thing at the very top of the round. Play with a little understanding that you're like, oh, he went down. It'll take him a bit. But probably after like 10 seconds, probably the second round, you're like, oh, something's fucked up and wrong. So that's when I'll throw y'all in, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we'd be. Yeah. That's fine, yeah,
I will attempt one more to stab.
Okay.
Are you doing what's it called? Another luck point?
No. I'll let you have your fun.
23.
Hits.
All right.
What you got? And then watch. It's like the necrosphere of a lot of damage.
All right. You take 5 damage, and then I want you to roll a con save.
Oh, you trying to poison me?
Optimal word is try. We'll see if I do.
Let's see. Well, I rolled an 11. But I think I'll give myself luck. Oh, let me see if I can do better. Yeah. 13.
All right. I'll tell you, 13 doesn't make it. Do you want to add any of your inspiration?
I don't think I have any.
What do you mean? You've used 2. You've only used 2.
Yeah, I don't.
Everyone's pretty full up, from my understanding.
Should I have more than 2? Or?
Good proficiency bonus.
What?
That's what it
Not
says.
to
Yeah.
save.
Oh, not to save. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 says. Oh, well, 9/Winry has 5, and you've used 2. Your dice.
Then I just haven't updated my sheet then. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I have 3.
You have 3, yes.
It's a D8.
Yep.
Or. Okay, I'm not really getting any more from you, so I guess I'll burn 3 points. Sure. Okay. 8. So 21. What? 13. Yeah, 21.
Yep. That passes.
Okay.
You felt yourself kind of seizing up your phalanges, your fingers. Shut up, Adrian. Just fingers. Your fingers start to kind of like stiffen for a bit, and then like the fire within you kind of like flushes it out. Your turn.
Yeah, it is. I'm pulling out my shield and I cast water breathing on just me.
Gotcha.
Well, I guess if I can see like my allies through the ice or wherever I'm at, if they're within 30 feet, I'm just gonna get as many of us that I can see within visual range.
You can see like Rod's still kind of like you see like a boot kind of slowly coming out, and then you see like the paws of the bear, the horse, tiny little Mew feet, and the one person you guys saved. Oh, and Tim. So you can see them through the ice, just shadows, if that's enough.
Yeah, I just need to be able to see them. So I'll get all of us, and then got my shield out, and now just got a little bit of a smile because it's like, all right, you know, let's rock and roll. That's all I got for this round, though.
You guys at the top of the round, you guys kind of all of a sudden kind of feel that magic kind of hits y'all all together.
The horse and the dude are still in the water.
They're getting out.
Okay.
I think
So
I think like the horse is kind of like, yeah, you gotta kind of move. Yeah, sorry.
I'll have to, just keep helping them move out or get out.
Go ahead and roll me strength to see if you can kind of giddy this up along.
It was +5, so 19.
Yeah. You're able to get the horse out, and the horse will try and attempt as well to kind of grab the collar or something of the man. Rod, do you want me to do that, or you got that?
What? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Horse pulling the guy out.
Yeah. What do I need to roll?
Horse stat strength.
Horse stat strength. Gross.
Just kind of grabs like a fur lining and rips it out. Still on the line, so he's not like, he just needs to get out. You know what? The man will try to lift himself out. He needs a little help. Okay.
Struggling.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah. So once Rod feels that something has settled upon him.
Yes.
He's gonna be like, huh? And feels like there's trouble, and dive in the water.
All right.
And I guess I will roll initiative. 15 for my initiative. So,
nice.
All right. Let's see. All right. So am I able to move within range?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to move within range, and then I would like to attack twice with my scimitar. So first attack is going to be a 10. I'm assuming is a miss. Second attack is going to be a 9. I'm assuming is a miss.
Yes.
Bright side is there's another target. And that will be my turn.
This mer person in this frigid water kind of sees another fighter is coming, and starts to kind of turn and swim away. Y'all two get your opportunities of attack.
Can I try to grapple them, or is that only as like a feat?
I think it's like a special.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay, then I'll just attack them. Yeah.
I got a 19 for my opportunity.
Hit it.
Hell yeah, 9 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you like kind of catch him on the fin, the tail fin.
If I was level 7, he wouldn't be able to move anymore.
I rolled less than like 10.
Less than 10?
I just would be, I just got like, I don't have anything. I'd just be like kicking at him anyways.
As you swipe, you see that past kind of like the bubbles, it kind of kicks up. You do finally see the speaker behind him. Also kind of just floating there. And you see a wound in kind of from the similar spear as the one you've been attacked by.
Would Adrian, I'm sorry to retcon, I feel like I would have seen them and been able to include them in water breathing. If the only thing blocking them was this person's physicality, is that fair?
I don't think they. I will say this: you can, but they have succumbed to the poison, so they can't.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just want in my head, if they're paralyzed, that's the one thing. But at least they want to be theoretically drowning, Like Winry said in the beginning, it changes it from worried about drowning to freezing. But I don't. I'm fine with figuring out if that worked in a minute. I just feel like I would have seen them.
Gotcha.
Are we still in initiative order?
Are you gonna chase this mer person?
No, because the speaker is the priority.
Yeah. Then no, we're out.
Okay.
Well,
unless
for the speaker, I'm going for them.
Yeah. Well, Rod's gonna go for the speaker, and I'm gonna cast 5 points of lay on hands, which should clear the poison condition.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. You see that the speaker can move, but is just kind of like eyes big, choking on. Oh wait, no, not anymore. Coughing out water? I don't know what happens when you have water in your lungs. Then you can water breathe. Like what happens? Anyways, he spits out the old water and breathes in the good water. You can start like what's called getting him up to the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap an arm around them and start heading towards the surface.
Gotcha.
Winry, you said you were going after the merman?
Yeah, I don't really appreciate being attacked like that. And kind of starts to swim down. And as she does, I'm gonna cast Flame Blade. I'm like swimming down after him.
All right. Rod, upon reaching the surface with the speaker and realizing that Winry did not follow, will help the speaker. And I understand that there's time and space that's going to be involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
So, by all means. But my intent is surface with the speaker, realize Renly is not there, help get the speaker onto the ice, go back to follow Winry. You tell me how many turns that is, and
yep.
I just wanted to lay out my intent so you could adjudicate appropriately.
Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, Winry. You, unless you have something that I don't know, you are going to be like 20 feet behind them and losing ground on this creature as it kind of scurries away. But you have spells, so what are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna go too crazy. Are they swimming down deep? Or are they swimming like off in a direction?
Currently they are going down deep.
I'll like maybe go after them for like, I don't know, a round, and then realize like, I'm not gaining on them, I'm losing ground,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just running away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't really like what they did to me. So
Put it in the book, Winry.
well, I'll put this in the book. I'm gonna cast Fireball. I'm pretty sure that will catch him.
Yeah, no, it will. Dexterity.
So, like, kind of stops, looks up, looks down, thinks for a minute, and then just through the water. I'll send a torpedo at him.
Mm-hmm. How does this work?
What, a torpedo?
No, fireball in the water.
It's magic fire. It works very well.
Okay.
And it's channeled by, someone who is the plate of fire in them, so very, very well.
Okay.
2, 4, 6. How many do I need? 8?
Yes, 8d6.
7. Oh, another one. 8. Okay. 10, 20, 27. 27 fire damage.
This thing gets hit by this explosion, and you see their body kind of flips upside down and starts floating.
It's kind of like finger guns, kind of like blowing off the dust, and it's just gonna head up to the surface.
Okay.
Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you guys get back to the surface.
Oh well, there's one dead down there. How's the speaker?
Raj, the speaker is just kind of shivering immensely. So are most of you, to be honest.
Oh no, I'm good, bro.
Most. That's right.
As long as it's a nice breezy above -101.
Are we able to find our way back to where that thick ice was, where I rolled that 11?
Yes.
Awesome. Is that thick enough to support a fire without causing any issues?
I'll say yes.
I will guide everybody back to the thick ice, and then I will look at Tim and go, okay, shit, sorry. Sometimes when I do that, I actually get a real stutter.
Oh no, activated it on accident.
Yeah, you got the fire stuff, right?
Who you talking to again?
Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm like, yeah. Sorry, yeah, of course. And just immediately starts making a fire. Does Tim do a good job?
I love how you just expected him to read your mind too. It's like you just show up and like look at him like,
fiery stuff now.
And
He does a decent job. It still needs a little work, but it's better than what he's previously done.
All right, outstanding.
Yeah.
Now that we got a fire going, all the people who are in the water will
Mm-hmm.
assemble around it.
before I'm gonna is what's her face? Is Zach still a polar bear?
Yeah.
From the water, because Winter hasn't gotten out yet. She'll kind of like splash up to you and be like, "We have to go get the body. I think they attacked the speaker. We should bring them back too."
She'll kind of grunt and she'll jump in.
If it's still there, Adrian, I want to get the body and the spear and all that nonsense.
Yeah, you get the body and spear out. You see a couple little trinkets, a little vial of poison. You see a couple nets, but other than that, nothing else.
Did you let it slip that they were a mer person, or is this like, or do they have legs? Is it a humanoid?
It's
Or
not a
is it-
humanoid. It's like a whole mermaid, with like a
Oh, it's like
fin.
a fish person.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
The speaker kind of finally kind of gets words into mouth and goes, "I've never seen them like that before. Oh, it's unusual. They keep to themselves mostly. The whole realm is going to the fucking hells."
When Zach comes back above and gets out of the water, she'll turn back and she will hold flame in her hands and start like trying to help them warm up.
Oh, thank you. I don't. If you were truly these people that I thought you were, you wouldn't have done what you've done. So, I appreciate being wrong for the first time in my life. I still need.
That's the speaker talking?
Yes.
Right?
Okay. I still need to get what I came here for, but I don't think we have the wherewithal to properly do it.
What are you here for?
A myth, a story. Kind of out of a like a pocket, wrings out this piece of paper and kind of a waterlogged map, essentially. Like, this was supposed to take us to a hidden plot, a little box. But it's been tough with the ice, and now we're here. Gosh, it's gonna take us a couple days to recover.
What's in the box? What is the solution you are looking for?
Money. It'll talk. It will allow us to come back from this nightmare of a scenario.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that you and your entourage are half frozen.
Yep.
Me and my horse are half frozen.
Yep.
And there's some urgent news back in town. probably bad. Your deputy did not seem very pleased at the letter that he received. So perhaps it is best that we head back, find out what this news is, recover, and make decisions based on that as opposed to myths and legends.
Well, let's go. This
Zach will keep the flames going as they walk back.
Mm-hmm.
As best as she can. That's not going to be great. But...
Right. You see you guys make it back. The speaker kind of, not like angry muffles at y'all, but more just kind of in general talking about future plans, what needs to be done, what needs to happen now, what needs to have happened, and a bunch of like planning that needs to go within to kind of rebuild Targos. But you make it back, and the deputy says, "Oh," a big sigh of relief. "Sir," and just kind of re-tenses up, realizing what news he's got to give to her. "Here, a letter from Karakhonig." And the speaker kind of furrows their brow, like, did they already pick a new speaker? He's like, well, it seems worse than that. And opens the letter. Oh, what the fuck are we gonna do? He kind of tosses the letter to the side. And on it is written by the new leadership of Karakhonig, saying that, kind of addressing, saying, to those of 10 towns and those who reside nearby, our once a moon cycle is not working. We must double down. We must, full and new, give to the gods. And those who do not will be the ones that have blood on their hands.
Does Red know how to read?
I don't.
And that's where we'll end it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know, what were you saying, Zach?
I was gonna say before you read it out, that Zach would like kind of make eye contact with the speaker, and then pick up the letter, and slowly like pull it up, waiting for the speaker to say something, and then when they don't, she'll read it out loud so everyone can get it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, that just sounds like the dumbest thing ever. Your sacrifices have done nothing thus far. I don't see how any more are going to help out. And Karakhonig talks a lot of shit for people who couldn't fucking stop a dragon, so they can get bent.
I wish it was that easy, but if it's traveled from Karakhonig to here, almost everyone other than Lonely Woods, Bremen, and Tourmaline have been informed. Which means every town has been kind of notified in some way that one is going to disrupt the rest, causing people to panic. And that's the thing. It's all public view. What, not reality, just what people think, as evident as what we've understood and thought with y'all. That's Adrian's Texan coming out. We now have to deal with something else.
Sacrificing your people is not going to fix this. There's something wrong with the land, and it's not an angry god demanding sacrifice.
Can you tell me like a handful of mages are doing this?
Honestly, I don't know, but it's affecting more than the land, and that's why I've left my village. So I've left my people and my family, is to find out what it is and to fix it.
Well, till you could show people where it comes from, imaginations will run rampant. Fear will rehold us.
Look,
I wish I
here's
knew,
the.
but go ahead.
Sorry. I'm gonna say here's the deal. Karakana is on the far side. There are several towns that they would have to go through to even get to y'all, including Bryn Shander, which is in a pretty good position from a military standpoint. Now, if all these towns, because Bryn Shander is the gateway to y'all, Bremen, Lonelywood, Tourmaline. By the way, Rod has pulled out a map at this point, which is why he's able to see this.
So he can read.
No, he can read a map, but
All right, I just assumed there was like in it. Sorry.
But that's what 5 out of the 10 towns that have to go through Bryn Shander, and any army that's going to be able to threaten y'all is going to have to take the main road. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to maintain any type of supply line.
Bryn Shander could just as easily join in with Karakana and come here to demand.
And it's not about.
Yes, but we are going back to Bryn Shander right now. Like Bryn Shander is our next stop. We take you, speaker, to Bryn Shander. We bring this up. We say, hey, Karakana is full of crap. They need to go pound sand. And we got 5 of the, if we can get Lonelywood, Bremen, and Tourmaline to agree, you guys form a defensive pact with each other, and as long as they're stopped at Bryn Shander, the other 4 towns are safe. So it's just a simple matter of maintaining eyes and providing a little bit of military support to Bryn Shander, and and they get stopped at Bryn Shander.
I don't think this is I don't believe it's a fight they are trying to push upon us. I think it is more of a way of life, through pushing information and propaganda. They will, in fact, potentially. People are very easily wanting to cling on to a new way, sometimes more radical than the one they were, doubling down, things like that.
Using superstition to start fear.
and only
I mean,
time will tell.
if we're spreading lies in order to propagate a message, I mean, your frozen lake isn't completely frozen. You fell in the damn water,
Mm-hmm.
and there are things living in it. So, you know, who knows? Maybe the current way is working. Your lake, your lake isn't completely frozen over.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a message we put out. You know, we fight.
Hope is a powerful tool, but we must figure out proper
fight.
wording.
That's on you because you're smart. And I want to punch things in the face.
Well, do me a favor. If you come that way, I know going through 10 towns back and forth is a lot. So, if you ever find your way towards Caer Konig, go ahead and punch one of those new members in the face.
What do you intend to do with this news? Since
Stop it from spreading
something.
as best as I can, but I must stay and finish what I've. Well, I can't go out soon, but rebuild the wall, keep rebuilding shelter, and then maybe try again in a few days. We'll see.
Well, we have been able to help some, and I have purified much of your food, so you have provisions for now.
Amazing. Well, fortunately, I think that's as best as we're gonna get today. Let us reconvene in the morning, or before you head out, at least. There's not much of lodging, but you've helped with the food. It's only right I offer some of it back.
Much appreciated. And once you're warmed up, how about we meet and we can help organize and try to get a few things settled before nightfall.
Hey, Quinn, I keep forgetting. You're part bard, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, how about this? How about we have, because we did defeat the monster of the lake. How about there are only two people? Well, there's only a handful of people who know this news. It's you, your deputy, and us. We defeated the monster of the lake. How about we have a celebration tonight? We got a bard. They'll, you know, they'll do their bardy things, and everybody will rejoice and celebrate their life. And I'm not going anywhere, dude. I'm trying to talk. And with a more hopeful spirit in the morning, we'll be able to have a clearer discussion of this before we leave. If, forgive me, Mew Mew, if you do not mind me volunteering your services.
Yeah, we can do that. I think the best way to combat with what Karakonic is doing is just flip the narrative, I think. Like you said, things are working out now. I mean, the lake's not frozen out. Maybe you could spread a little rumor that you could start fishing again.
Well, if you stand with us, or we stand with you, that's going to show strength as well. Unity.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
It goes a long way, I think.
All right. Yeah. No. That sounds like a good idea. I'll get messages out. All right. Looks like we have a plan for the next session then. Yes.
I didn't want to really say it in front of the speaker, but like maybe as we move away, Winry might broach the subject of like going and getting the map or the money that they were looking for them with the party. You know, if we're really trying to combat what Kirakonic's doing, what we should really offer is these people continued hope, and I think maybe because I didn't exactly hear what he was trying to get the money for, if there was something specific or if it was really more just like this will kind of help secure the
Yeah.
town to recover, like you know, the disaster funds and all that.
Yeah, trade and imports and things like that.
So yeah, Winry's gonna kind of keep bringing that up. They were like, you know, maybe we should do this for these people. We saw how capable they were trying to attempt this. We're going to in a few more days. More people will probably die. Something we could probably do for them. We'd leave them with, you know, something more concrete to retort back to Kirkconic, or these calls for more descent into, you know, fevered ritualism.
I mean, do we have time to do that before the party?
Time
Did you say to do the party tonight or tomorrow night? I don't remember.
Well, tonight.
Well, we could rest tonight and then go in the morning, or use a few abilities, but I'd still be willing to trek off if you all want.
I'm fine with that. I can handle that.
Then, since we've warmed the speaker up and whatnot, we send the speaker and his 2 people back to town and try to find this stuff to make it back to the party, because that would be an even bigger boost. It's like, hey, also, huzzah, here's your magic stuff.
We could have them start to plan it and then go and then return.
Yeah.
Give them a bit of time. Just could really use a lot. I could use a rest.
Either or works for me.
Because also, I think my vote's for what you do in the morning, and then also because like we can go kind of tell them we're doing this and get whatever information they already know. Like it seemed like they had like a map and some other stuff about where this you know, treasure they're looking for is. That's what I think we should do. They already, I think, were planning to meet with us in the morning, anyways.
Yeah, I
We
think
can
so.
tell them prepare a feast on our jubilant return, and we'll go out and do this for them. And what better way to, you know, also combat Kirkonic's kind of attempts by changing a staunch, you know, critic into a staunch ally the next time there's some speaker move. Because I think she kind of sounds like, because I think Winry was in the room when you guys were at, like, they were not very fond of you when they were discussing what to do. But imagine if next time they were. It'd be.
Well, no, the Care Chronic was dead, so they weren't part of that discussion.
No, I was talking about Targos, because I think Targos was like, I think they were the ones who were like really, really anti us.
Yes, yeah. Targos was angry faced with censor barred over them.
I imagine we change that to.
Yeah. 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 Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
I have more, but it's late. It's just I'm tired
Yeah.
anyway.
It's late and it's been a long week, so I'm like falling asleep.
All right. Well, we will wrap it up there. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for playing. Y'all have a good night. Bye bye.